Today we're going to go through a tutorial, one of the tutorials that has to offer. We're going to be doing several step-by-steps, but the one we want to do today together is Pong step-by-step. So we're going to go to scratch.mit.edu, same website we've been going to for the past week, and we're going to go ahead and hit create, and we're going to learn how to make the game of Pong. So I'm going to go here to tips, and this is going to bring up several different things that we could do, but I want to go with this create a Pong game. We've been playing with the Scratch language for quite a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this. It says make a version of the bouncing ball game, find out how to add sounds, points, or other effects, then challenge your friends to play. So it says first choose a backdrop. And we've talked about how to create a backdrop. We talked about how we could either add our own, or we can choose from one of the existing ones. So they're suggesting that we choose one of the existing ones. We could choose a brick wall. I think I'll choose this brick wall. Looks kind of old school. So there we go. There's my brick wall. And it says next choose a ball. So I'm going to choose a ball. It says click the icon. So I'm going to choose a new icon. And let's see, there's a ball right there and arrows pointing to it. Anything better? You know, this kind of looks neat. I think I'll choose that as my ball. And it also says that we can delete the cat, so we probably should do that. So let's go ahead and delete the cat. So now I've got this ball that I can manipulate on my screen. So now we need to make the ball move. So to make the ball move, it says to click the motion category and drag out a move block in the scripts area, and then click on that block to make the ball move. So if I hit this over, it says move 10 steps. Notice every time I click it, it's going to make that ball move. Interesting. Now it says next move and bounce. So let's figure out how we're going to do that. It says want to keep it going, snap on the block, if on the edge, then bounce. So let's see, if on the edge, bounce. It's right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it says to put this in a forever block. That's under control. So if I go to control and forever, then that's going to keep doing this forever. So now if I click on this, notice that it keeps bouncing back and forth, but the problem is that it's going just at this 90-degree angle. So what we're going to do, let's stop. Let's move this back to a neutral position. And it says if we want to go in an angle, just snap a point and direction block on top and type in an angle. It says to put it on top of this. Let's see, go back to motion. It says point and direction. Let's choose some angle. Oh, I don't know. How about 37 degrees? So now if I double click on this, it's going to start going off at that angle, and now we actually have lots of good bouncing going on. Wonderful. So let's stop that. Move this back to a central location. And it says we're going to do whenever the flag is clicked, and that's what we're going to do to get things to get started. So now we've got it set. I don't have to click on the buttons over here. I could just click on the flag to get it going. Notice that it's always going to start in that 37-degree motion. So if I click on the flag, starts. If I move it over here, click on the flag, even if it bounces, notice how it was going down. If I click on this, it's going to bounce. Alright, so now we can change the speed of the ball by changing this move. So if I wanted to make this slower, I'd put in a smaller number, like 3. Such a slow ball. Or I could change this number to something like 18. If I do that, it's a much faster ball. So I can use this to change how it says add a paddle so you can start play. Click to choose a new sprite. So we're going to create a new sprite. And it says select a paddle from the library. I think I'm going to choose this bus. This bus looks like an awesome paddle. And it says to adjust the size of the paddle by clicking the grow or shrink tool. So grow or shrink tool, where would that be? I go over here to info. I don't see a grow or shrink. No. You know what? I think that bus is a perfect size anyway. So now let's go ahead and deal with controlling the paddle. So it says make it interactive. You can control the paddle with the mouse cursor. So we can build a script for this. Notice that our ball has a script. And when I click on the bus doesn't have a script. So we're going to create a bus script. So whenever this is clicked, then we're going to set up a control called forever. And we're going to go to the mouse pointer, and that's under motion. It's blue. So go to the mouse pointer. So now if I click, notice the paddle is always going to the mouse pointer. No matter where I move, the bus is with me. So I'm going to stop, and we'll move our bus back down. Now it says, how can we get the ball to bounce off the paddle? Find out in the next step. So bounce off the paddle. So if touching paddle, then turn 180 degrees and wait 1 second. Okay, so let's see. Add the script to make it bounce whenever it hits the paddle. So this is going to be the ball that we're doing. Click to choose the ball. So we have our sprites, doing the ball sprite. And we're going to add another script. So we can have 2 scripts up here. So when this is clicked, we're going to do the following thing forever. And it says if something, then do something else. So we're going to put this inside our forever loop. And if, and notice this is light blue, so that's sensing. And if it's touching, let's see, for us touching is touching the bus. So if it's touching the bus, come on, give me that. There we go. If it's touching the bus, then we're going to do a motion thing, turn, and it says turn 180 degrees. So we'll change that to 180 degrees. And then it says wait 1 second. So we're going to do control, and we're going to go to wait 1 second. And I imagine that's because if we don't wait 1 second, we're still going to be touching it. It's just going to keep flipping back and forth on our bus. That would be a horrible thing. So let's click on the green flag to try it out. Hey! Notice that it's, if I try and trap the ball, I'm not going to be able to trap the ball somewhere. That's because of that wait 1 second that we put on there. If I take that wait 1 second away, now it just kind of gets stuck until we move the bus away. So I can actually get the ball stuck in our bus. So we're going to go ahead and make this wait 1 second in here. And that gets us what we had. So notice now it's going to bounce, but then it might pass through if I'm not careful about it. Awesome. So now I've got this bouncing game. Let's add a sound. So it says make a sound when the ball hits paddle. Click the sounds tab, then click the speaker. So sounds, and then speaker. We can choose any of these sounds. How about the human beatbox? What does that sound like? No, I think that might be a little too long. How about gong? That might be a little bit too irritating as well. That sounds like a good one. I'll choose cymbal. Okay, so what's going to happen is, oh, they told us to choose the water drop. This is my game. I can do whatever I want. So I'm going to choose the scripts and click sound category and play a sound. So we're going to go to scripts. We're going to go to, oh, we're supposed to be on the bus. Are we at bus? No, we're supposed to be on the ball. Come on, let's click on the ball. And we're going to go over here. We're going to go to sound. We're going to have play sound in here. I want to make that, oh, where's the symbol? I lost my symbol. Oh no. I want a new sound. I want that symbol back. That's what I want, some symbol. So now I've got that symbol in here. Now I can change the pop to symbol. So now let's do this. Crash, 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 crash. Awesome. That is great. Now it says to add a challenge. Make the game if it hits the bottom. So it says select the stage. So we're going to click on the stage. There we go. And it says you can edit your backdrop, select the line tool, and draw a thick line at the bottom. So let's see. We're going to go to backdrops. This is where we were able to draw on our backdrop earlier. It says select the line tool. We're going to draw a thick line at the bottom. I'm going to choose a nice blue line down here at the bottom to go well with that green grass. Here's my blue line. I'm going to hold down Shift to make it straight. It did say to make a thick line. I probably should have made a thick line. Let's make a thick line. There we go. There's a nice thick line. And now we're going to select the ball sprite. No, I don't want to costume the ball. It says click the scripts tab, then add this script to make the ball stop if it hits the line color. So we're going to add another for when the ball is clicked. And forever. And then if the backing color, that's one of these sensing ones. So if, I have to do an if thing. So if control here, and if that's true, then sensing says if, what is it? The touch color. And we need to change that color to, I think that's already the blue that we chose. If it's true, then what do we want to do? Come on, show me, show me, show me. Control. It says stop all. So if this is true, then stop all. And now it says to customize your game. Customize. What else do you want to add to your game? Try some of these ideas. So here's some things you can try on your game. It says change the color of the ball when it hits the paddle, which is something you can do. You can change the ball's starting position. So we can always have the ball start in a certain place. We can even add points, and this is how we can add points down here. So lots of things that you can experiment with. So let's see how this works. I'm going to click the flag. Oops. It doesn't seem to be stopping. I need to fix that. So let's see. On my backstage, when I was doing this, the color was this color. So I need to make sure that this ball, click on the ball, click on the scripts. I need to make sure this color is the same color. Why is it not? I have to change that color. I'm not sure how to do that. Let's go back to where we were. Can I go back? Back. Make it so it stops at the bottom. It says click inside the square box in the touching color box and move your color to point color. So I'm going to click here. And then I'm going to click here, and that should change the color. So let's try it now. Oh, and notice what happened is once the ball touched that blue line, everything stopped, including my control of the bus. Okay, so let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oops, and I stopped it. All right, so I definitely encourage you to try this. I'm going to go ahead and add this to our studio. So I'm going to go ahead and call this Bus Pong. And I'm going to go ahead and share this. Click on share. So now that it's shared, we can go to Bus Pong. So now we have this Bus Pong that anyone can play. And then I can go to our folder, and go to our studio, and I can add this to our studio. So I'm going to add a project to our studio. It's going to be our Bus Pong game. And now it's part of our studio as well. So I encourage you to play along with this.